Hi everyone, today's video is going to be all about me. I've done a lot of haul videos, a lot of fashion videos where I show you my clothes and shoes, and I thought I'd let you guys get to know me a bit better. So let me get straight to the first fact. So my name's Annabelle. I'm not named after anyone, but I do have a few nicknames, and they can range from Annie, Anna, Belle, Bella, and then I get some of my friends are quite mean. They call me, it's going to sound a bit crude, they call me Bellend. I don't think it's spiteful or anything, I think it's just a jokey thing. I have a middle name. I'm named after my grandma. It's a really cute middle name. My middle name is Ida. I am 21 years old. I'm a bit of a giant. I am 5 foot 9 inches tall, and those who work in centimeters, I'm 175 centimeters. This one's pretty logical. I have dark brown hair and brown eyes. Well, one of my eyes, I don't know which one it is, but is half dark brown and then half light brown. I've got a funny mutant eye. One of these, I think. I have a younger brother. He is 17 years old and he is a pain, but I love him really. My brother and I are both born and bred in the UK. I consider myself to be quite multicultural. I have such a messed up genetic pool. I think it's all different cultures and stuff just mixed into one, and they produced me. So let's start with my dad's side. So my dad's mother, she was born in Kenya. That's Nairobi, East Africa. My dad was also born there, but his dad, so my granddad, was born in Goa, and the whole family moved to the UK when my dad was approximately 6 years old. Moving on to my beautiful mother's side, my granddad, he was born in Brazil. My grandma, she was born in Calcutta, and my mum was born in Mumbai. Okay, so my grandma on my dad's side speaks Swahili. My granddad on my mother's side speaks Portuguese. I haven't said what I can speak, and I can speak fluent English. I can only speak one language. I'm pretty boring like that. My uncle speaks Arabic, and my aunt speaks Filipino because she's from the Philippines. I'm in my third year at university, and I am studying a postgraduate degree in pharmacy. I live away from home and I share accommodation with my university friends. My favourite subjects at high school were geography and French. The subjects that I took for my A-levels were maths, biology, psychology and chemistry. I like outdoor sports and I play netball for my school team. I love watching football, also known as soccer. My favourite football team is Manchester United. I like everything to do with water. I love the rain. I love going to the beach with the sea. I used to be a very, very keen swimmer. I passed all the levels they had with swimming. I also used to do diving and life saving. As a child, I loved watching the Teletubbies, and I was also, and still am now, a huge, huge fan of Disney movies. I have the biggest collection you'll ever see of Disney movies, and not only that, they're not on the standard DVD, they were back in the day when they were on videotape. So my favourite sort of TV shows to watch growing up from the age of about 10, 11 all the way to 16, 17 was things like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Taina, Mary Kate and Ashley, Sister Sister, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Saved by the Bell, That's So Raven, Hannah Montana, Zack and Cody, Corey in the House. Oh my goodness, you name it and I watched it. But my favourite, the one I will go to even now, is and has to be Mr. Bean, the live series, not the animated series. I absolutely love this man. I am in stitches whenever I watch him, or whenever he's on. I'm fully focused on the screen, and I have a little tiny story to tell you about him. Basically, it was me, my mum, and my dad. We're all shopping, and I think I was about four and a half at the time, and it was near the tills they used to have TV screens, and Mr. Bean was on. So I went and plonked myself down in front of tills and was sitting on the floor looking up the screens, and I'd left my mum and dad. I had just walked off just to watch Mr. Bean. I was sitting there and not like even told them where I was going. And my poor mother, she was like sobbing because she couldn't find me. She ran to like the main desk to like make an announcement, and then like when she was walking past the tills, she saw me sitting down on the floor, and I've never seen her so scared in my life. It was so funny. I started learning to play the piano when I was 4 years old, but I had to give it up when I was 6 because I had far too many activities to fit in. For the same reason, I had to give up playing the clarinet, but I continued to learn and play the violin all the way up to high school. I am super duper petrified of any type of creepy, crawly, and in particular spiders. I cannot stand them. When I was in primary school, my favourite girl band was the Spice Girls. I was absolutely Spice Girl, like I was the biggest fan. I was so crazy about them. It was to like the point that I had the Spice Girl pencil case, lunchbox, notepad, CD, rucksack, duvet set, and pillowcases. I even made my mum buy me the same jacket that Scary Spice had, the leopard print one, because I was absolutely obsessed with them. And I also fought and cried my way to make them decorate my whole room in Spice Girl wallpaper. Literally, it was like a shrine to the Spice Girls. And I even remember it to this day. When Jerry Halliwell left, I was so gutted because obviously my wall was covered in all of them, but then they were down to 4, and I was so sad. I love a lot of current artists, but I would say in particular my favourite has to be Rihanna and Bruno Mars. I love Rihanna. I think everything about her fashion sense, her songs, everything is brilliant. But I'm absolutely in love with Bruno Mars, and in particular because I'm going to go see him in October. I'm going to his concert, and I'm so excited. I had my very first driving lesson on the day that I turned 17, and within like a few months I had passed my test first time, which I'm very proud of. And also I was saving up, and I purchased my very first car. My favourite TV personality has to be Alan Carr. I love this man to bits. He is so hilarious. He makes me laugh all the time. I always watch his shows. It's called Alan Carr Chatting Man. I try never to miss an episode. If I've missed it, I watch it on like the demand channel that they have, and I always watch him. I just love him to bits. I'm passionate about dance and drama. I'm a trained dancer, and I have given several stage performances. I started training when I was 2.5 years old until I was 17 years old. Then unfortunately I had to discontinue due to study commitments. I trained for different styles of dance. They include ballet, tap, modern, hip hop, jazz, salsa, and line dancing. I even trained for 7 years learning Indian classical dance, namely Bharatanatyam, Kathak, and also Bollywood. Like dance, I'm also very passionate about drama, and I have given several stage performances. I started training for speech and drama when I was 4 years old, right up till I was 17, but again, unfortunately, due to study commitments, I had to stop. I enjoyed doing voluntary work for 2.5 years at my local charity shop and also for Brownies. I also volunteered at my local hospital. I was on a ward that had many elderly patients, and my role as a volunteer was to help them with like cups of tea or coffee or any sort of beverages. I was also giving hand massages. I was helping um, shampoo, clean their hair, blow dry their hair. And another thing was when I was speaking to the patients, they said they loved talking to like someone of my age because it reminded them of like talking to their grandchildren, obviously because they're in hospital they couldn't see them as frequently. This is something that's very close to my heart. When I used to talk and feed and interact with them, it gave me tremendous satisfaction, and I was so honoured when I was one of the few individuals that received Volunteer of the Year award. I've had pets from a very young age. I've had hamsters, freshwater fish, tropical fish. I've had a huge aviary of birds, which include finches and canaries. And I used to have a little like cute cockatiel, and he used to talk to me. He used to go, "What you doing?" And then every time my mum was going to work and she'd dress up really nicely, as she walked past he used to wolf whistle at her. And I've currently got 3 beautiful Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. And they're like my little babies. I actually will like carry them like and rock them, and I sing to them and I talk to them and I play with them. I treat them like little babies. I love learning about different cultures and integrating with them. When I was in high school, I went on a French exchange trip. I stayed in France with a French family for 2 weeks, and I absolutely loved it. It was like one of the best experiences of my life. I put it up there because you learned so much. You learned about the culture, about the history. It was brilliant. The next year, I went on a student exchange trip to Germany, and again, I absolutely loved it. I was staying with a German family there, and they showed me so much. It's something I love traveling anyway, but it's something I would consider after my uni degree to do some traveling and just explore, because that's what I'm about. I like exploring. So as I was growing up, every year my mum would put on a really big fancy smancy birthday party for me, and I also had to attend other kids' birthday parties. And when it was time to like pick the present, I used to go with my mum shopping and we'd look and pick the present. She wasn't allowed just to buy the one present. She had to buy two, one for the kid that I was giving the birthday gift to, and the other one was for me, because I don't know, I was such a little devil child. I wanted the same thing as the like my friend was getting. I wouldn't let her like just buy a solo present. She had to give one to me. And not only did she have to buy the birthday present, she also had to buy the birthday card and write one out to me. I don't know, as a child I was just like, I don't know what was going on in my head. If I look back now and I think about it, I think how selfish and silly of me. And as I love everything Disney, and I consider myself to be a Disney princess, I also went to Disney Orlando, which is in Florida, and Disney Paris. My favourite 2 Disney characters have to be Esmeralda and Pocahontas. And when I was little, I also had the little dress up costumes for each of them, and I used to strut around pretending to be them. I didn't want this video to be too long, so I tried to do as much as possible. I will do another video. It'll be a get to know me better video, and I'll put more information in that one. I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed listening about my growing up and my past experiences. Hopefully something you can relate to yourself. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Mwah.